APB for EA next. The more I think about this game, the more it interests me. As I mentioned in the EA press conference video, it's basically going to be like a Gangster MMO title. Console owners, don't hold your breath for the release date though. Basically I'll quote EJ Moreland, who's the design lead on this game, directly to explain exactly what I mean. Definitively, the game is for PC platform release first. We're releasing Q1 of 2010 for PC, after that the sky's the limit. We're certainly exploring options for Xbox 360 as well as other platforms, but we're focusing on PC to make sure we execute the product perfectly and get something out there. I'm not saying that we won't be doing it on the 360, but we certainly won't be doing it as the first release. Now, two things to note with that. First and most importantly is comments about exploring options for the 360. Now, to me, I seriously get the feeling that Real Time Worlds, basically the team that are working behind the game, aren't comfortable working something of this scale onto a console. Not so much the game itself, more a case of the player numbers that you're going to be looking sort of per server on a console connection as opposed to on a PC. Now, this could and most likely is down to the potential lag that you get more on console than you do on PC connections, and obviously that can tailor like ping levels and what have you better on PC to stop lag being as much of an issue. Obviously, not only to mention how noisy the potential chat would be over the headset for that number of people. The whole server issue ties in with the second reason I believe that they're not sort of comfortable giving a definite comment about console releases, and one of the main reasons why I've got so much dislike when it comes to EA, and that's the EA servers. Now, you see, when you take the likes of Sony, Nintendo and Microsoft out of the equation, EA are without doubt the biggest, most successful and obviously financially supported companies out there when it comes to the gaming. But despite all of that money, all the amount of people that they've got working for them, how many of us as console gamers can actually claim to have played an EA title without having at least a few issues when it comes to the servers? They don't seem to care much about games after they've been released, especially when it comes to connection issues. Basically, providing a smooth service doesn't seem to be sort of paramount in their thoughts. They'd rather just sort of churn out the titles and hope that we'll go out and buy the next one and forget about the problems we had with the games before. Personally, I think Real Time Worlds would love to come out and say, right, yes, we're definitely going to be releasing it across formats. But to me, it's as if they want to test EA server possibilities before making any kind of commitment. Anyway, the game itself, as you can probably tell, the whole 100 players in game is pushing that sort of MMO style. One thing there's been no mention of so far, which obviously is something that is going to be most important when people are thinking about whether to get this game or not, is whether there's going to be like monthly fees, a one-off online payment, or whether you can literally just put it straight in from box and away you go. The game itself set in the city of San Paro, which is split into two districts, both of them basically consisting of 40 city blocks. You got the financial district, which, as you can expect, is all your skyscrapers and back alleys, and waterfront. Basically, the players will choose which side of the law that they want to be on. Criminals can focus on the whole sort of terrorising civilians, any of the thousand of the civilians that are going to be going about doing their daily business, stealing or wrecking cars, or more interestingly, the fact of sort of attacking their businesses. How that's going to pan out, I'm not entirely sure. And obviously with the enforcers doing the sort of things you'd expect, sort of policing everything that's going on. From what I can tell, this is done in somewhat of a solo play fashion, while being in game with the other 100 or so players.